everybody, Caleb with Almond Landscape here. I'm talking today about the importance of fleet management. Be you have 1 truck, 10 trucks, 2 mowers, 10 mowers, 5 skid steers, whatever else. We started exploring the concept of GPS tracking for vehicles earlier in the summer this year. This is the year of our Lord Anno Domini here, 2021, which that's what Anno Domini means, by the way. But we started exploring that for, I was interested in the maintenance and upkeep of things. I was having trouble keeping track of any of my, that kid blew his car up in my driveway months ago. Anyways, I saw that and laughed. That's why you got to check the oil in your, what a tie-in, man, that works out perfect. That brings me to why we were exploring GPS tracking software. A company we partner with now is GPS Trackit, and it's a GPS tracking software and device company that you just, on their unit, you plug it in the truck, in their little diagnostic port thing, whatever. But the reason I did that was we've got 4 or 5 trucks. Isn't that ridiculous, such a small number, and I don't even know what it is. We had that. We've got 2 skid steer loaders, a mini excavator, a couple buggies, and I can't keep track of when stuff needs oil changes. So I started looking at the telemetrics stuff to help us track when things needed done. And so what this stuff does is it tracks how long, actually a lot of things. For trucks, it'll track how long or how many miles you drive. And so you set in timers of like, hey, at 2,500 miles, I need to get an email and a text warning that we're coming due on an oil change. Then at 3,000, I need, or 5,000, whatever your intervals are, I need that heads up. I need that reminder that, hey, this truck is due for an oil change. And it goes, it sends emails and texts to my project managers and myself. And so I know I need to get this truck scheduled. Same with our skid steers. We can set it by the hours that runs on a skid steer. Like, hey, in, every, I forget what our skid steers are, every 2,000 hours, the skid steers are due for an oil change. And so at 1,500, we get an email warning. And then at 2,000, hey, this thing needs an oil change. And then reminders after that until it's reset. That was my drive for why we got GPS stuff. It's not because we didn't trust our guys and where they were and all that kind of stuff. Although a lot of the benefits of that stuff is, it's manyfold. Why is it beneficial? Well, if you're in a service business, especially, I had a case of super loud motorcycle going down the road, Jake braking down the hill. I don't know if that's a thing with motorcycles, you can Jake brake essentially, downshifting, whatever. But even on, you can put these units on, even like a Ranger like this, whatever, and set, the maintenance plans, whatever, but also the safety and security. You know where those devices are. We know where those machines are, right? You can track them and keep an eye on them. But my thought process on this was like, I can't keep track of when all our units need oil changes and air filter changes. You can set all the timers and all the hour indicators, mileage indicators, whatever, to tell you, when you set a warning indicator every 500 hours. Hey, be sure to check the air filters on these machines, and those go to your operations manager, your project managers, just yourself, whoever, grandpa that takes care of your maintenance, whatever. And you get warnings that way. You can keep up with the multiple pieces of equipment you have. And so that was my main drive, because I just wasn't keeping up on maintenance like we should. I had to go around and check stuff or ask the guys, hey, when is the T595 due for an oil change? So we've been setting that up in our company to send us reminders on all the different machines that have trackers on them now to help us with our maintenance. Many other benefits of it, like with trucks, you can track safe driving habits, all that stuff. One of the points I was getting to, they got sidetracked on because as far as if you're in a service and an hourly billing type business where, like, let's say you're in HVAC, heating, ventilation, air conditioning, snow plowing, lawn mowing, whatever, and old Granny Herfenerbler is mad that you billed her for 1 hour and 15 minutes when she swears your guys were only there for 45 minutes and you billed me too much. Well, one little extra arrow in your quiver is you can go back and see the service record. You can find how long the guys were at that property via their GPS unit, and you say, Mrs. Herfenerbler, I understand that it seems like the situation is beyond jacked, completely foobar, and I understand you're upset. According to our GPS records, it says that our service vehicle was there for the hour and 15 minutes that we claim, You know, we have this in actual proof. Do you disagree with that? Do you claim that they sat in a van for an extra 15 minutes on the front and back end of the call? Things like that. So you can also help prove and verify that you were on a site for that billable amount of time. You can actually show, let's say you're snow plowing and people disagree with it. You can actually show that the vehicle was moving for that amount of time, right? So it helps you verify your billing stuff. So you want to be sure to communicate to your guys if you set these kind of things up that, hey, we're not doing this because we don't trust you. We're actually doing it for these reasons. A, for maintenance, for theft and security purposes, because, hey, we can set a timer in this thing. Hey, if this vehicle turns on between the hours of, let's say, 8 p.m. and, and 5 a.m., we're going to get somebody, whoever you decide or dictate that person to be, gets a text message or gets an email or whatever, saying, hey, this, and I actually know a company local to us, they were alerted that one of their vehicles turned on in the middle of the night. They raced like crazy to their shop to find somebody stealing one of their trucks. And the crazy thing is, the guy had been in their shop for hours rummaging through there looking for stuff, but their security system was disabled. And the thing that saved them and notified them, that's where they were able to get there with the police and maybe a little self-policing action, was an actual tracking software on their work trucks. So that really drove it home for me of like, we need to get, this stuff set up on our trucks and our equipment and, other assets. So we're working on that. So GPS Trackit, a brand we're partnering with here to try out. And I want you to consider them for your, I'm being told it's dinner time. So, okay, sorry. But it's something I want you to consider, and they can help you with all the things: tracking, maintenance, security, safety, theft. If you got a fleet, I definitely recommend it, of just anything that you're unable to keep track on yourself. These things are going to help you with that. So something to consider: GPS Trackit. That's why we're considering, or that's why we were considering doing some GPS tracking, telemetrics. I'm being summoned here for dinner. Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
All right, cool. Hey, Zeke, this thing? Well, look at that big airplane right there, big FedEx.
But that one is close to the ground.
It is closer to the ground than the other ones. Zeke, this thing talks to satellites, this little box.
Talks?
It beeps with satellites way up in the sky. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, isn't it? So that's what we're considering. That's why we've gone with GPS Trackit, to try this out and show you the benefits of tracking your assets. So we're gonna do a lot more on this and showing how we track and how it benefits us to know where machines are, where trucks are. When the biggest thing for me, the absolute biggest thing for me, is the maintenance tracking. Knowing when things need oil changes so we don't get behind. I've been getting behind on oil changes and air filters and all that stuff, and I can't do it all myself. And even my guys, I want them building hardscapes. I want them installing stormwater facilities and structures. I don't want them worrying about maintenance. So we have an office assistant. We're having them help set up all the programs, all the hours. They communicate with the guys, and they're supposed to reach out with each person in their truck and tell them what the maintenance record is and what its needs are. They're going to implement it into the software, and then from there on, I don't have to worry about it. And everybody, all the people in the right chain of command will know when and what needs done, and it's on them to get their trucks taken care of, so, or their machines or whatever. So it just really helps keep us all accountable on what machines and what trucks need what. So we'll show you more about that here in a little while. So like and subscribe, follow along. We're gonna do a lot of this along with our shop build, tons of hardscape content, all sorts of stuff here at the Almond Landscape YouTube channel. Be sure to check out the Hardscape Academy. Consider GPS Trackit. Reach out to me, shoot me a DM on Instagram, whatever. We'll get you set up, and consider taking better care of your fleet. All right, have a great day, folks. Best as you absolutely can. That will take so much stress out of that situation to have some money set aside.
If that means working your existing job for another 3 months to save that money,
or selling the beloved four-wheeler or track car or pit bike or our fishing gear, whatever.
Owning and building a business, especially building it, takes a lot of sacrifice.
Sacrifice. What are you willing to do to be successful? Hey everybody, me and my cool guy glasses. I really don't like these glasses, but my Oakleys got smashed. Levi stepped on them. GPS Trackit. So here, we're gonna put this tracker on this work truck, the beloved, which we put out a kind of an introduction video to the Ram 3500, this 6.4 Hemi. That thing does awesome. So we're gonna put this little device in here. It's our GPS tracker. It just plugs right in here to this thing. So we're gonna plug it in here, and then we've got some protocols that we're gonna follow along with it and all that. And then with our account, we'll set this up so we know, we get emails when it needs an oil change after so many miles, and air filter, and just any metrics and anything we want to set up for it. We're in good shape. I would love to move this. I think there's a bracket there that I can undo and shove that a little further up under there, because I just worry about that getting kicked. So we'll probably work on moving that thing there. That's the problem with having a brand new truck. You hate to see it dirty, man. You know, you hate to see it dirty. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. It's as simple as that. So that part's really cool, and we're looking forward to. That door does not like shutting there. We need to lube that sucker. But yeah, so that's really cool. So looking forward to, and all our trucks have GPS stuff on it. We're just moving over to the GPS Trackit to do a review on that and explain how GPS Trackit works. So really cool. I've been out in the field with John on a stormwater job, actually, with that truck. That 6.7 Hemi for a gasser, man. That thing does awesome for pulling. So all right folks, that's that. Here we go.